Hello everyone, I hope you are doing good. This is Cox, helping you navigate through the course of life. Okay, so today we'll be discussing about a very interesting topic. In our world today, there's this place in time where many of us isolate ourselves without even realizing it. Okay, not in today, not in tomorrow, but in 10 years ahead of ourselves, five steps ahead. Okay, we try to solve all the problems, we like to see all the pictures, achieve everything without even focusing on the progress we're supposed to be making today. Okay, so today I want us to understand what living in your head means and how we can solve that problem. Alright? So living in your head, we just tend to focus on how we can build our life, how we can construct our life 10 years later. Okay, forgetting that before you get to that 10 years, there are some things you need to achieve now. There are some changes that need to be made now. Alright? And we totally ignore this part and focus on, oh, I have to buy a car, I have to do this later, I have to achieve this in 10 years' time, in 5 years' time. We need to break these things down. Okay? And many a times we don't just focus on planning these things. We start looking at a million ways. What are these million ways that these things could go wrong? That journey, that project could go wrong. That takes our attention and we forget that we have a life to live now. We need to stay alive to reach that place. Okay, now this causes mental paralysis. Yes, this causes mental paralysis and chronic anxiety. Chronic anxiety, you just keep panicking. Any little thing that brings your mind or calls your attention to that project or that journey you're making, that triggers you. Okay, you just snap off. All right. Now you feel stuck while time keeps moving, disconnecting yourself from reality. You just ignore what's happening and you just focus on that future. Okay, so too much of everything is not good, alright? You don't need to obsess about the future. Live the life now. Now, why do people do this? I'm not saying this is not reality. It is fine. If you do it and it works for you, fine. But then, why do people do this? Live in their head for fear of failure. Yes, the first is fear of failure, fear of judgment. Perfectionism. Perfectionism, I think this will be a topic for another day. Perfectionism, you want to get everything perfect. You don't want to make any mistakes. Forgetting that, small mistakes, small errors here and there is the beauty of life. Okay? You want to be a perfectionist, desire to control everything. You want to control yourself and still control people around you. You want to control the outcome of everything. But this particular one is also important. The pain from past experience. This now causes you to overthink the future pain. There is no pain yet, but you're already overthinking about the pain that will come in the future. So this is why a lot of us live in our head. Now, what's the solution? The solution is what? A one step ahead philosophy. Yes, one step ahead philosophy. Now, clarity comes with movement, not before. You need to understand that for you to get a clearer picture, you don't need to sit down and the picture will just appear. No. Sometimes start. Okay, sometimes start this project, begin this journey, and then before you know it, halfway through, you're already seeing, oh, this is how this journey is supposed to look like, this is how I'm supposed to finish up. Okay, so clarity comes after movement, not before. You need to start up, you need to make that movement, and then everything starts becoming clear. You need to ask yourself, what is the next right step to take? Yes, before you start overthinking yourself, ask yourself, what is the next right step to take? Not what should happen in the next 10 years. Right now, what is the next? What is the next? Not what is the whole journey in the 10 years. What should I be doing in this whole 10 years? No. What is the next right step to take? You also ask yourself, what is required of me now? Yes, what is required of me? This is the one step ahead, how you get to understand this. What is required of me now? Not what is required for me, like what's the entire life map. No, you don't look at what is required of you now. This helps you to calm down, okay, and focus on the tiny little changes you need to make, the tiny little progresses you need to make here and there to achieve that goal you want to achieve. You also ask yourself, what can I control today? Yes, what can you control? Let's say, is it your eating habit? Is it your partying? What can you control today that can affect or help bring about that future that you want? Do you understand? Now you also ask yourself, how can I improve now? Yes, how can I improve now? Not how will my life turn out to be in the next 5 years or so on. Alright, so there are also benefits, okay, to focusing on this step, the one step ahead of you. There are several benefits. The future stops feeling heavy. Yeah, each time you think about your future, it stops being too heavy or being too mysterious to you because you are getting clarity. Okay, your mind gets some space to breathe. Yes, your mind gets some space to breathe. It's not always congested with the heaviness of what the future might look at or turn out to be. Then your confidence grows through the small wins. Yes, through those small steps you achieve, those small things you're achieving. Your mind gets that, you get that confidence. Your confidence boosts. All right. Then big goals start to feel possible. Yeah, if you can focus on those tiny steps, those small steps ahead of you, you will see that bigger goals will look very small, but small and achievable. Okay, they won't look that bulky and all that. Then you start making clearer decisions. You start making clearer decisions about your life, about your journey, about your academics, everything, whatever it is you're into. So you start making clearer decisions. And also this will help you to appreciate people around you too. Yes, it's going to help you appreciate people around you, appreciate yourself even. Appreciate yourself even. So I really hope you picked one or two from today's lesson, today's video. So I want to leave you with this, the future is not lived in the mind. The future is not lived in the mind, it is built one step at a time. Just that first step ahead of you, in front of you. That's how the future is built. It's not lived in the mind. Perhaps you are looking for peace because you want to achieve that big goal and rest. Achieve that 10 years goal and rest. Maybe peace is not found in figuring everything out. Yeah. Maybe that next step you're about to take, that next step you're considering right now is enough for now. Okay. So I'll see you all in the next video. I hope you stop living in your head and focus